Welcome to the PREPS 6 video series. In this video, I will talk about template creation. I will show the classic way of creating a template in position, and then I will show the new way in PREPS 6 using our folding pattern dialog. First, PREPS 5. In PREPS 5, we had the template editor. It was in the template editor that you would add a signature, create the imposition, add your pages, manipulate your page positions, and add your marks. In PREPS 6, we have our press runs view. Let me demonstrate. In our PREPS 6 user interface, a user would start with their resources by adding the media size that they would like. You can double click or drag and drop into the space. When a product or element is used, it would be highlighted. I'm going to add stock now. This would be my signature size. I'm going to come to my marks, and in my marks, I'm going to double click or again drag and drop onto my workspace. Again, as any product is utilized, it would be highlighted in the resources palette. At this point in time, I would go to create in position. And just like the keyboard commands we had with PREPS 5, under the job menu, Command or Control M to access the create in position dialog. Now my goal here is to show the classic method of creating a PREPS in position. So a user would populate the width, the height, the page grid, how many pages horizontally and vertically on that sheet. Next, the user would base their decision on the lower left corner to define the head position, head up, down, left, or right. And then the additional pages, so how they would reference that particular page, head to head, head to foot, foot to foot, or foot to head. I'm going to leave them as is, and I will hit OK. At this point in time, PREPS 6 has generated 4 horizontal and 2 vertical page placements. Each has been centered in the horizontal and vertical grid provided. Next, a user would go in to select the measurements or the gutters and margins and populate the values according to what their specified binding style might be. So I started from the gutter in the top left, and by using tab, I am moving from left to right to populate the dimensions that I need. If, for instance, in this case, I needed my pages to be to the left or to the right of a particular sheet, I could use my left or right dimension dialogs and move my pages accordingly. Next, I'm going to enter the head-to-head values. So enter a double quarter. And again, my pages will center in the space. If I did need my pages to be to the tail or to the grip or lead edge, I could use the top or bottom dimension fields to move those. Finally, my signature is almost done. I need to come in and do my pagination numbering. So in my toolbar, I will activate the page numbering tool. I will then come in and number my pages according to what I need in my folding dummy. So come in and number my pages. As I number my pages, the pages that I have numbered will gray out. Additionally, pages might come in and be auto-numbered. So finally I get to 16 pages. All of my pages have been numbered. I will try, unsuccessfully, to click on another page. And now with PREPS 6, we will not let you continue beyond the number of pages available. I could reset back to 1 and start over, but PREPS will not let you exceed the total number of available pages. So cancel. At this point in time, I have completed a 16-page signature using the classic methodology. I would come down into my signature field, and I would give this signature a name. So this is the classic way of creating a signature in PREPS 6. Let me now introduce to you the new method that we have with PREPS 6. I'm going to come in under my job menu and add a new sheet. This would be synonymous to adding a signature in PREPS 5. I will get a brand new space. You see it's press run 2. And again, I will go through my media resources, make my choices, choose my paper stock, even come in and add my Smart Mark group. At this point in time, my goal is actually to create an 8-page work and turn. Now I could define my work and turn immediately, or I could hold off. I'm going to hold off for the time being. Under my job menu, just as I did earlier, I will create my imposition. I can populate my width, my height, and my page grid. Now my goal is to create an 8-page signature. So my page grid will change my horizontal to 2 and leave my vertical also at 2. Instead of me going down to reference page and layout of additional pages, I'm going to utilize the new fold pattern library. Now here, based on the grid that I applied, my horizontal and vertical values, the choices are filtered out to only show 2x2 sequences. If I'm not sure which folding pattern I want to utilize, I could use our fold pattern browser. In the fold pattern browser, you see the 3 filtered out choices. You see how, based on the JDF library or the MBO fold catalog, those are designed. If I need to come in and flip to get my 1 and 8 on the front, or if I need to rotate to get my 1 and 8 in the position that I need to, I can do that. Additional capabilities here, I could save as, so I can save this as a pre-built solution in the future, or I could just select this property at this point in time. By selecting, I now have my reference page and layout additional pages are grayed out. May need to come in and verify some of my properties, and as well come in and justify my head trim, foot trim, face trim, and properties for my bindery equipment. Since my goal is to do a high folio pickup on this 8-page, I have my back lip populated and have no value here in my front lip. I will approve this. At this point in time, PREPS has generated for me an 8-page sequence. Not looking at the folios, the 16, 9, 12, and 13, but looking at the 1, the 8, the 4, and the 5. At this point in time, I can select, I can move this object around. And more importantly, I did mention earlier that I was going to make this a work and turn. So I'm going to make sure that I have it towards the center of my sheet. That's shown by my vertical blue line, and then the horizontal blue line indicating that I have it centered top to bottom. I'm going to come down to my press run list and change my work style to work and turn. And now I have the back side of my sheet available. At this point in time, I'm going to name this signature 8-page work and turn. So I have come in now and created 2 signatures. The first signature through the classic method using this create imposition and manipulating my pages on the sheet. Name that 16-page sheet-wise. And then the second signature, 8-page work and turn, using our new fold pattern library. Once I've completed both of those, and I know I want to be able to utilize these again in the future, I would like to save them as a template. So under the File menu, Save as Template. At this point in time, I will be given my partial signature screen, which for auto selection purpose would allow me to put a different order as my bindery needs. I'm going to just hit OK. And I'm now given a Save dialog that would save that resource into my templates folder. Save. Now to highlight, I'll go into my layouts to show that this resource is now available, consisting of my 16-page sheetwise and my 8-page work and turn. So this concludes this video demonstration of a PREPS template creation. Look for this video and other videos on ecentral.com. If you have any technical support questions, please feel free to contact the Response Center. Thank you.